Hey, good morning. This is Alan Buchanan, and I provide location advice to owners and to occupants of manufacturing and distribution buildings in Southern California. And today I want to discuss the third type of industrial building that you typically find, and that is called a research development or a flex building. Now, recently we talked about the characteristics that differentiate a manufacturing building from a distribution warehouse. Today we're going to talk about the characteristics that differentiate a research and development or flex building from either a manufacturing or a distribution warehouse. Back in the early part of the 1980s, when the computer business was just starting to take hold, a whole new genre of manufacturing and industrial buildings came into being, and that was called the research and development or flex building. These buildings were a hybrid of an office building and a manufacturing building, and they contain a high component of office space compared to the total footage, but also contain a manufacturing and or assembly flex space in the rear. I'm going to show you a couple of examples of research and development flex buildings and show you why they are different from a classic manufacturing or distribution warehouse. So I'm going to pan around here, bear with me. All right, so here I am in front of the Extron facility. Now, Extron actually does quite a bit of linking technology. They've got a tremendous amount of square footage in the Orange and Anaheim, California area. I happen to be on Taft Avenue, just east of Batavia in the city of Orange, and I want to tell you about this classic research and development building. Now you can see that from the exterior here, it's difficult to tell whether this is actually an office building because it's a very high-end, very beautiful building from the standpoint of a curb appeal. It's got lots of glass, spandrel. This happens to be made out of concrete block, which is very unique. Now the owner of this building happens to be in the concrete block business, so that's why this is built out of block. The typical research and development or flex buildings are built out of concrete. I'm going to pan around here. Here's a smaller version. This is a one-story configuration, but you can see it's got an awful lot of very nice office space. This is also built out of concrete tilt-up as well as block. Now, I happen to know from experience, because I leased this building at one point, this building is approximately 60,000 square feet. It has within that approximately 42,000 square feet of upstairs and downstairs office. And I'm just going to pan around here and show you one of the big differences between a classic office building, a manufacturing building, and a research and development or flex building. When the computer business was brand new, they realized that they had a higher ratio of folks that worked in the facilities that needed to be in an air-conditioned space. Pretty typically these were engineers, sales function, accounting function, etc. So they needed a lot more office space. The classic office building, however, didn't fit their needs because there was a component of the business which was assembly and manufacturing. So the back part of this building is all your classic manufacturing space. It's got ground level loading doors like a manufacturing building would have. In some cases it has dock high distribution doors. On the other side here, you can see that this building is divisible, but also has a loading around to the left side of the building. So the classic differentiators are the percent of office, the fact that there is both a high level of office space and manufacturing space, the loading doors, because a classic office building doesn't have loading doors that a truck can load, and last but not least, a higher percentage of parking. Because you've got a lot of office in these buildings, you have to have the parking to accommodate the number of employees. So these buildings are typically parked 3 spaces per 1,000 feet of building, in some cases 4 spaces per 1,000 feet of building. So I hope that helps you understand what a research development flex building is. Until next time, make it a great day, everybody.